One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Coming out with it, it's Newberry. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Running wide open down the gun of the field. The 20, 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Vandy.
Number 82.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The quick out. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Jackson going to throw it. Got a man. It's Coleman. Breaks into the open. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I think quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Alexander. Touchdown, Commodores! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they turn it into a defensive score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people open.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's James. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
It's Cook. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really.
Holds it in, the 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Rifles it down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it out. It's Newberry. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Trying to barrel in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Doors.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Jackson will throw. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Tremble. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Catch in the middle, it's James. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle, it's Gill. He won't get there, it'll bring up 4th down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Buying some time. Grab behind the line. It's Alexander. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vandy.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And right down the middle. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quick completion on the out.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Jackson going to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Newberry. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Alexander. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Alexander. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. lot of room to the right. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And they're not on the same page there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Using his legs, it's James. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He spins that thing down the middle. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah,
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Going to swing it on second down. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Pulls in the deep ball. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
Knocked off his feet.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks in 2 consecutive drives. He was in a great position to make another play. He just couldn't secure the catch.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Alexander. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be...
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Commodores. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Caught in the backfield. It's James. There he goes. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
He has just never been able to get into a rhythm in this game. He's already thrown 3 picks. He's been hit a lot. That time throwing off his back foot forces another incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the marker. It's Tremble. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's James. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's James. Powers through the defender. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Jackson will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's James. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Doors. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
They're dealing with a second and long. Jackson will throw. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Give to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Orange now facing a third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job.
Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Jackson gonna throw it. He'll take a shot. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Syracuse, 14.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cook.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this This defense has set them up with a big play.
And they'll take over first.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost
Breaks into the open. Plows through the defense. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. He's going for a big play downfield. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of